Ass cold in South Dakota. I've already shoveled the walk 3 times now. Go to hell. It's always an adventure, you live out in the outskirts of town, but good times, right? Anyways, thumbnail. We've got Navy SEAL snipers with Captain Phillips in that incident that took place. Now, I remember seeing this on the news, thinking in my head, man, this is just crazy. Uh, you hear all the different accounts of it, either by Captain Phillips, um, on the Sean Ryan show when he had Robert O'Neill. I guess Robert O'Neill, Dev Group or Naval Development Group or whatever for Special Warfare, SEAL Team 6. Um, I guess he had said that they had all landed on that carrier. He had just barely made chief, and he said by the time he poured his coffee, the snipers were done. They'd already shot all the pirates and were finished or whatnot. Interesting story with Robert O'Neill. There's some truth, but a lot of times embellishments. That one I actually, because he's not taking credit for it. I don't have any doubts or whatever. But anyways, so with the whole Captain Phillips incident, cool thing about it, those rifles were already zeroed in. Those dudes were ready to shoot. Apparently, in the actual incident itself, Antonino, thank you, welcome, sir. Uh, in the entire incident, um, they got down, laid down, got their sights lined up, and then they all shot. And that Captain Phillips movie, okay, that was the most boring ass show I've ever watched in my life, which makes sense. I mean, because how many days, towing a little life raft around and nothing happening, right? Um, that Captain Phillips movie, when all of a sudden, those guys take their shots, they drop all three of those pirates, and you've got Tom Hanks, as Captain Phillips tied up and a blindfold on, and he goes, "What was that?" Like all freaking out. I laughed so hard at that part when I saw that in the movie theater. It pissed off a lot of people, and I don't know why. I bust up laughing every time I watch that because it's just like you hear thud, 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 and then all of a sudden, what was that? Tom Hanks, Wilson. But I don't know. That's my favorite movie sniper scene thing or whatnot. I mean, you've got some good ones that are. I mean, don't get me wrong. American Sniper, we all know how debunked Chris Kyle's accounts were and everything like that. I mean, he did achieve a lot. However, he did embellish quite a bit and say some crazy shit. That was an entertaining film. Another marksman sniper battle, one that I really enjoyed, like scene wise, movie wise in Hollywood. You guys remember the Hurt Locker? It's with that Army weapons disposal uh, ordnances and explosives, team or whatever, and they're out there. One of them's on the Barrett, and they're shooting back and forth with some dude who has a big ass Dragnov rifle. I mean, that was a pretty cool one. It's another good scene. Clear and Present Danger with Harrison Ford. There's a scene where they've got a sniper platoon, all like they're doing drills and things like that at the beginning. That one's pretty interesting. But like Enemy at the Gates, that one gets overlooked so much, and I'm actually dropping some content on some of these guys. I think the circumstances they were in, like Enemy at the Gates, I can't remember the exact name of the guy, but that whole Battle of Leningrad, or I mean Stalingrad, excuse me, World War II was huge deal. The circumstances were terrible. The only reason they even stayed in that area before they completely got their asses kicked, the Nazis or whatever, is because Hitler's ego. He was not going to let that place fall. Now, of course, when you're in, oh yeah, definitely, dude. Like Antonino, American Sniper. Don't get me wrong, that's a very entertaining movie. It's got you on the edge of your feet and stuff like that. But it's like, no, man, it's not like that at all. I mean, but that's Hollywood. Hollywood likes to exaggerate and inflate things. Carlos Hathcock, who's my favorite sniper. He's everybody knows who he is. The Marine in Vietnam. I mean, like I think of a marksman and I think of him right off the first person that popped into my mind every single time, just because he was a badass. But there's some other books out there. I haven't read any of Nick Irving's. I've tried watching some of the interviews and podcasts with him, and I just don't care too much for him. Not saying he wasn't a badass or anything like that. It's just, him for some reason to me, just, I don't know, not that cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure, uh, if there was interviews with Chris Kyle, I probably wouldn't care too much for his either. But, there's a couple of Finnish snipers that were pretty badass. Simo, he's out there against the Russians when there was the Whites versus the Reds in Finland before they were liberated. I don't know. It's all interesting stuff. But that Captain Phillips one, I just crack up laughing every time. I mean, I think that's hilarious. So, and Antonino. So I don't know if you saw the post. We were talking about the 7.62 54s and the 7.62 53, which was equivalent to 30-06. Hey, I'm doing a live. Yeah. I'll come get you in a minute. I'm almost done. Yeah, you can wave real quick. My daughter wants to wave.
I'm a YouTuber too.
All right. But yeah, she's stoked. She's got a double barrel 20 gauge. But what was it? No, the 30-06 Antonino. So yeah, it's the 30-06 and the 50. I'll come get you in a minute. The 30-06 and in the 54 millimeter 7.62. Those are the two competing there. Now it was the 308 and the 7.6251, so that one was right, but I was wrong on the 30-06 one. 30-06 one, what we were discussing the other day. So hey, what's up, Capello? Welcome, sir. But we're just going over some me having to retract some things I said that were not correct and they weren't accurate here. Hold on, Capello. There we go. But yeah, so that was the case on that one. I'm still doing some of the editing on the 7.62 51s, and I'll probably talk about Carlos Hathcock quite a bit, as well as what's his name, Sugar. I can never say his name right, but from Black Hawk Down, the Black Hawk Down incident. That dude shooting his M14 rifle is pretty sick. I mean, I was reading about him a little bit here and there. So that's some of that type of stuff going on. Finish up with the calibers, and I might start doing book reviews. I want to do firearm maintenances, but YouTube with the community guideline is just, hey, no problem, Capello. You guys are awesome, man. Appreciate you guys. You and Antonino and Sunny Bunny are always rocking the channel for me. Yeah, I want to do start doing more of the repair stuff, but anytime I try to do that, YouTube says community guidelines and crap like that and make me take it down, which, oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, dude, my daughter gave this to me. It goes with, because I've been doing all that Soviet junk. Yeah, and Antonino, firearm maintenance. So, and this is kind of what I wanted to do. And at the beginning of the summer, I really tried doing this and doing the firearm maintenance is because I was thinking about it, I don't know how many people have ever done this. I do it all the time, but if something's wrong with my car, I hit YouTube up, type in my model, whatever, and then that's me in NY right now. Oh, is it that cold, Capello? Damn. Yeah, we saw you're getting some snow out there. But you Google to get your car fixed. To look at, is it something as simple as, okay, I just got to jack it up, crawl under there, grab my oil filter, whatever. Why not do that for firearms? Because I'll tell you what, gunsmiths make a killing, and most of the work they do is just basic to bare minimum, whether it be swapping a spring out, adding a couple extra screws or a riser pad to a rifle, tap holes, whatever. I mean, it's stuff that maintenances people can do on their own, and maybe they just don't feel confident doing it. So, I mean, that's something I'd like to do for people. I tried doing that with AR-15s this summer, but I don't know. YouTube's kind of being a bunch of assholes. Yeah, see, there you go, Anthony, right off the bat. And you saved a shit ton of money doing it too. I mean, that's the cool thing about YouTube. But I'll get that content flowing, dudes. I'm gonna bounce here. Spend some more time with the fam. You guys all enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Take care.